this evening. My name is Kathy Killen on behalf of Royal Caribbean Group, here presenting the Royal Caribbean Virtual World Tour with Twin Gemini's Travel Agency. Before we get started, you are all on mute. I will have Twin Gemini's Travel Agency information at the end so that you can reach out to the agency owner, Keisha, as well as, of course, any sort of questions or feedback you have. She would be able to help you. But before we get started, I did want to go ahead and introduce the owner of Twin Gemini's Travel Agency. So, Keisha, would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Hi. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm Keisha. I'm the owner of Twin Gemini's Travel Agency, and I've been in business for about 8 years. I'm home-based, and I specialize in cruising, destination weddings, and group travel. And I'm just so happy to be here with you guys today, and I hope you enjoy the presentation. Back to you, Kathy.
Thank you so much, Keisha. I appreciate it. And again, thank you so much for joining me tonight, everybody. We are going to talk a little bit about destination weddings because this is what Twin Gemini's Travel Agency does specialize in. And again, as far as right now, of course, Royal Caribbean has been cruising for 51 years. I've actually been with the company now. I'm celebrating my 11th year anniversary here in August, but we do have ships pretty much all over the world. Now, right now, of course, they are all on pause. We are working very diligently behind the scenes with a healthy sail panel that's actually headed up, co-chaired by Dr. Scott Gottlieb, as well as Governor Levitt, and about 11 other blue ribbon panel experts to make sure that when we do go back into service, that we have that healthy return to service plan. But we do have inventory loaded for your vacation for you to book through April 30th of 2022. So even though right now our product is not in the water sailing, we, of course, do deliver fantastic vacations. As a matter of fact, we're going to go over a lot of the different options that may be available to you. So even though, as I mentioned, you may not be traveling now, we have a lot of people that are at home that are planning vacations for 2021 into 2022. So with Royal Caribbean, you do have 26 ships for you to choose from. We do have ships that are globally deployed. Of course, where we really do specialize in is going to be the Caribbean. I mean, heck, it's part of our name. It's part of our DNA, where we deliver that world-class service, really inspire adventure. Of course, we call it the Come Seek adventure, and Come Seek, a great way to experience your vacation. And when you look at everything that's included, I think that's one of the reasons why cruising does continue to grow, is you cannot surpass the value. When you look at how much it costs for an oceanfront floating resort that travels with you as you get to experience these different destinations. So really, my question to all of you that are listening to this presentation is, where would you like to go? We have ships all over the world. So again, where we really go ahead and specialize in is going to be Caribbean, Bahamas, and Bermuda, where we have ships calling on those ports of call all year round. So fall, winter, spring, summer, it doesn't matter. When can you get away, and when would you like to get away for your next vacation? We also do Canada and New England. Canada and New England are going to be ports of calls that we actually call on through the summer as well as into the fall. Alaska season is going to be from mid-May through mid-September. Europe season is going to be for about the same time. And of course, we also have our exotics such as Australia, New Zealand, and the Orient. All of our different departure ports, especially through North America, some of them are within driving distance for a lot of people. We do have ships that leave year-round out of Bayonne, New Jersey, which is Cape Liberty, right there next to the Statue of Liberty, year-round out of there. Baltimore, Maryland is also where we have a ship that is available year-round for you to get on. Down in Florida, as well as Texas, is also availability for the Caribbean, year-round availability. We also do Hawaii in the spring as well as in the summer. Spring and fall. And then Europe is where we also have our Europe season, both in Northern Europe as well as the Mediterranean, from the springtime all the way through the summer and fall. Australia, New Zealand, that's going to be their summertime. Peak season is going to be our winter time. So, of course, that would be from fall time frame all the way through our winter into the spring is where you can experience Australia and New Zealand. So let's talk about the Caribbean, because this is really where we specialize. We have actually been voted the best cruise line in the Caribbean for 17 years running. I actually need to update my slide here. Caribbean is where we have the most amount of options. And as I had mentioned earlier, this is where you have a ship that will leave year-round going to the Caribbean, Bermuda, as well as the Bahamas. We have short cruises, anywhere from 3 and 4 night cruises. You have 4 and 5 night cruises, 6, 7, 8, 9 night cruises, 10 nights or longer. It really just depends on where do you want to go. We have the pink sand beaches of Bermuda that you can go to as well, but Bermuda would be seasonal from springtime through the fall. So springtime, summer, as well as in the fall, we do call on Bermuda, but the Caribbean as well as Bahamas all year long. Just depends on how long you want to get away for and what islands would you like to go to. So with those 7-night itineraries, we do offer very popular 7-night Eastern Caribbean, including St. Martin, St. Thomas, San Juan, to our very popular Western Caribbean, going to Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, Jamaica. And we also do, of course, have the Bahamas. And I have to mention the Bahamas because we have the newest port of call in the Caribbean, which is right here at Perfect Day at Coco Cay in the Bahamas. She made her debut last May of 2019. And it is the perfect combination of thrill and chill on this beautiful exclusive island. So the only way to get to Perfect Day at Coco Cay is going to be by a Royal Caribbean ship. You can see the Thrill Water Park. That is the tallest water slide in North America. The Thrill Water Park is sold as a shore excursion, as well as that you can see right there the balloon that's called Up, Up, and Away, which is a tethered balloon ride that will take you 450 feet up into the air for a panoramic view. We do have a dock, so there's no more need to tender into this beautiful island that Royal Caribbean has owned for many, many years. We actually have 2 private islands, but Perfect Day at Coco Cay did go through a multi-million-dollar renovation, adding all sorts of new amenities, both complimentary as well as some of these things that you can purchase as a shore excursion. So I wanted to show you an aerial map coming up here soon because we did just also add, it made its debut on January 31st of 2020, which is called the Cocoa Beach Club. So if people are looking for a VIP experience, it has its own restaurant, its own infinity pool, its own beach area, and those are the only overwater cabanas in the Caribbean is right here at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, called the Cocoa Beach Club. So that's going to be for your more VIP experience. Again, that is sold as a shore excursion, but there is no fee to enter into Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It is included as part of your cruise vacation. So let's talk about all of the areas that are included as part of Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Number 1, Chill Island. Tons of areas, beautiful beaches, hiking and nature trails. There are lots of different places that you can that are included where you can eat, such as Chill Grill and Skipper's Grill. You also have snack shacks that are not even located on this map that are located throughout the island. They're also complimentary. Oasis Lagoon. One of my favorite places is Oasis Lagoon, and because I've been here 3 times now, 2 times for work and 1 time for vacation last December. On the Allure of the Seas, we pulled in the Perfect Day. My kids had an absolute ball, but Oasis Lagoon by far is one of my favorite places. It is complimentary entrance. It is the largest freshwater pool in the Caribbean with a swim-up bar. It's got the DJ there. One of the beautiful things about Royal Caribbean's private islands is that if you do purchase the all-inclusive beverage package, it does work on our private islands, which is different than other cruise companies out there. So you really are going to get that all-inclusive sort of look and feel and vibe. Splashaway Bay as well as Captain Jill's Galleon are 2 water parks that are complimentary for the kiddos. And again, tons of beach areas. It is 100% ADA accessible. We do have trams that run from the ship where it's docked all to the different areas throughout the island. But if you are looking for more thrill and you want to try Daredevil's Tower, that is going to be sold as a shore excursion, getting entrance into that thrill water park. But again, lots of areas that are included as part of that cruise vacation that is going to knock your socks off. It has the highest guest satisfaction scores of the different ports of call in the Caribbean, and the only way to get there is by getting on a Royal Caribbean ship. So you can see on this next coming slide, as far as the Cocoa Beach Club, this is going to be also sold as a shore excursion. So if you are more of a high-end clientele where you are looking for the upgraded menu, you are the one who wants that infinity pool that overlooks the beach, of course, you can go ahead and you can get your entrance into Cocoa Beach Club. This just made its debut, as I mentioned, January 31st. So we are super excited to answer that VIP look and feel, that high-end experience for those that are willing to go ahead and purchase that as a shore excursion into Cocoa Beach Club. I know for me, I am very frugal. I like to go to every place that's already included as part of my cruise vacation, but to say that I am every client out there would be a disservice to our clients, because we do attract all sorts of different clients, everything from your economic families of four like myself, as well as, of course, singles, retirees, couples, families. Families are really where we do specialize. We are a family brand. But I think that's one of the beauties of the Royal Caribbean product, is that you have people that are older, younger, traveling with children, traveling without children. We have people on our ships and on our product that don't want to see children, and everybody, whether they are in any sort of that facet, have a wonderful cruise vacation. Perfect Day at Coco Cay has been so popular that we have added this port of call to a ton of different ships. So if you would like to do a 7-night cruise, we have ships that pull into Perfect Day at Coco Cay as one of their ports of call. It has been so popular that we are now offering 2-stop sailings on the Monday through Friday 4-night cruises on the Mariner as well as the Navigator. So please make sure you go back to Keisha, let her know that what you're looking for at Twin Gemini's Travel Agency. Let them know that you want those 2-stop sailings on the Mariner out of the seas out of Port Canaveral, or the Navigator of the seas that leaves out of Miami, to get on that 4-night Bahama cruise. But again, we have all sorts of different itineraries for you to choose from, whether that is a 7-night cruise, a 3 or 4-night, a 6 or 8-night cruise. It really just depends on when you would like to travel. So definitely go back to Keisha and her agency, and she can go ahead and she can find the perfect fit for you based off of your schedule and when you would like to travel. So we talked a little bit about the Caribbean and all the different options that are available, whether it's Eastern Caribbean, Southern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, Mexico, the Bahamas, Bermuda. That's sand. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about snow. So Alaska is something where we do have a beautiful variety of options as well. There are 4 ships in 2021 that are going to be calling on 7-night Alaska glacier experiences, and that's going to be the Quantum Innovation. They're doing 7-night round trip out of Seattle, fantastic for families. We also have the Radiance of the Seas, which does northbound and southbound out of Vancouver. And then we have a 7-night round trip out of Vancouver on the Serenade of the Seas. So it really, again, just depends on where you would like to leave out of. That's going to determine the sort of cruise that you are looking to get on. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, the Alaska season starts in mid-May, and it goes all the way through mid-September. 7-night cruising is going to be the cruise you have. Besides the ones that are really specifically built for families, which would be the Quantum Innovation, those are the 2 largest ships in the business that are doing 7-night round trip out of Seattle to that Alaska glacier experience. There is nothing else in the business in Alaska that is anything like these 2 ships. It has the largest indoor sport complex at sea with bumper cars, inline skating, a circus trapeze school. All of that is complimentary. Has the largest adult-only solarium in the business, is going to be on these 2 ships. 7-night Alaska experience, again, out of Seattle. It has a bionic bar. It's got the complimentary flow rider, the Ripcord by iFly. So, again, if you are traveling with a family, or again, multi-generational, this is a ship that has something for everybody. That is going to be the Quantum or Ovation, and Keisha is very familiar with those 2 products to be able to go ahead and get that priced out for you. But again, Alaska is already available for sale right now. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of people that were shifted from Alaska of this year to Alaska for next year. So if you are thinking about doing Alaska, you definitely want to give Keisha and her agency a call so that they can price it out and you can make your decision from there. Now, besides the 7-night round trip out of Seattle, we, as I mentioned before, we do have a northbound and southbound option available out of Vancouver. That is going to be the ship on the Radiance of the Seas where you can add a pre or post-cruise tour, which is a land tour anywhere from 3 nights on up to 5 nights before your cruise or after your 7-night cruise. And every single one of those Alaska cruise tours is a land portion that includes your hotel accommodations. The best available hotels in Alaska are the ones that we have partnered with at Royal Caribbean. Every single Alaska cruise tour includes the leg on the largest glass dome train in Alaska called the Wilderness Express. It is 100% escorted from start to finish. And it really is a wonderful way to be able to see Mount McKinley, Denali National Park. You can't see those places in Alaska without getting into the interior of Alaska before or after your sailing. So again, if a cruise tour is something, if you have the time, definitely go back to Keisha and her agency and have her go ahead and take a look into the different Alaska cruise tours that are available for you. Canada and New England, so if you're looking for lobsters and lighthouses, this is another option that leaves out of the Northeast. We have ships that are doing Canada and New England from the spring, summer, and into the fall that leave out of Bayonne, New Jersey, or Cape Liberty, as well as Baltimore, Maryland. So if you're looking for Bar Harbor, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Boston, Massachusetts, again, lobsters and lighthouses, this is going to be the cruise for you. We do have one other option that does Canada and New England that leaves out of Boston, but that's going to be for the fall foliage only. So for September as well as into October, you do have an option for that Canada and New England that leaves out of Boston. Europe is another option. Have you thought about doing Northern Europe, going into Scandinavia or Russia, the Norwegian fjords, which is what I like to call Alaska on steroids? Talk about beautiful Northern Europe itinerary, breathtaking, majestic, beautiful landscape is going to be the Norwegian fjords. But let's not forget about the ships that do the very popular heavy Western Mediterranean, doing the 7-night round trip out of Barcelona. That's going to be hitting everything from the west coast of Italy to your French Riviera and Barcelona. Very, very popular, especially if you've never gone to Europe before. That 7-night Western Mediterranean is the most popular itinerary out there, hitting all of your hot spots when it comes to the Mediterranean. But we also do have Greek Isles that you can go to, as well as Turkey. We have the Holy Land. All sorts of options, again, that are available for you. Just let Keisha know what you're looking for, because Europe is available for sale right now for next Europe season that spreads again from mid-May. Actually, I take that back. Late spring, so it could even be as early as April timeframe, all the way through October and November. So if Europe is something that you're looking to do, I know of no better way to be able to see Europe than to get on a ship, because to be able to have that floating resort that goes with you, there's no language barriers, because, again, you have the shore excursions if you're looking to take that shore excursion that's escorted, but you have your meals included, your entertainment is included. That floating resort accommodation with a beautiful room is also included. There's no better value when it comes to being able to see Europe. And again, we do also offer Australia and New Zealand if you guys are looking to experience the land down under, the South Pacific. We have Hawaii. So again, just depending on where you want to go, what place maybe has struck a chord tonight with you, go back to Keisha and her agency, and then she can go ahead and get that worked out for you. So you know what sort of pricing, accommodations that you're looking for, the time frame, because we do have availability through April 30th of 2022. But the Royal Caribbean cruising lifestyle includes a lot of amenities. Anything from all of your entertainment, signature activities, our private destinations such as Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We also have great lounges and nightlife, full service fitness and spa, and lots of different accommodations. So when we talk about the Royal Caribbean fleet of ships, we have 26 ships and counting for you to choose from. So depending on, again, how the size that you might want, whether it's our little Empress of the Seas, not even topping out at 50,000 tons, or the largest ships in the world, which is the Oasis class, and then everything in between, depending on the itinerary, the length that you would like to go for is all going to be something that you want to go ahead and get matched up with. But I have to make sure that I mention the Oasis class, because even though these are the largest ships in the world, topping out at about 225,000 tons, you would never guess that they are the largest ships in the world. They are something to see. I don't care if you've cruised 100 times or if you have never cruised. Everybody needs to try this class of ships. They are just that good. There is nothing else in the industry like them. To see it is to believe it. And every single one of these 4 ships does the 7-night Eastern Caribbean or the 7-night Western Caribbean. They're also doing the 7-night Western Mediterranean out of Barcelona over the summertime. You have the Oasis, the Allure, the Harmony, and the brand new Symphony of the Seas, which, by the way, the Symphony is the #1 ship in the world right now is the new Symphony of the Seas. So you definitely want to go ahead and take a look at this Oasis class because it is just spectacular. The way that she was designed, it has 7 distinct neighborhoods with a central park. It has a boardwalk area. It has an aqua theater, which I will tell you the entertainment on these ships is something that can rival some of the best shows in Las Vegas with Olympic synchronized swimmers and divers and aerial acrobats. And then you got your dancers and gymnasts, and the list goes on. The entertainment spans across 4 stages. We have an ice skating show, Broadway shows, an aqua show, and again, the list goes on and on. So we do have a new ship that is coming into the Royal Caribbean fleet in case anyone is interested in getting on the newest baby in the Royal Caribbean family. She is actually going to be making her debut doing the Mediterranean starting in the spring of 2021. This is going to be the same sort of make and model as the 2 ships that do the round trip out of Seattle, doing the 7-night Alaska Glacier for the summer of next year. But it will have the North Star, which is that glass bubble that takes people 300 feet above the water surface, the complimentary ripcord by iFly, fantastic lounges and entertainment that is going to wow you. And what is really cool about these ships is that all of the interior cabins, normally an interior cabin does not have a window or a view. It doesn't have a balcony, but we do have on this class of ships what's called a virtual balcony. So it shows you real live footage of what is going on outside in real time. Can you imagine a ship like that in Alaska? You are never going to miss a beat of that Alaska scenery. But the Odyssey is going to be coming to the Mediterranean starting next spring before she comes back over into Florida. She will have a couple of unique features that the other ships in this class do not have, such as the trampoline park, which is your sky pad. You can do virtual reality assisted or without. It has a beautiful way of bringing families together in the Playmakers and Seaplex, which again is the largest indoor sport complex at sea with complimentary bumper cars, inline skating, and then up top is going to be your Playmakers sports bar and arcade. What a great concept to be able to bring families together. It also has one of my favorite features on our ships, which is called Lime and Coconut. The Lime and Coconut is a resort-style, industry-first pool deck that spans 2 decks. It has beautiful cabanas for shade, palm trees. It has a sky bar, which is basically a South Beach outdoor bar vibe that's open for it's during the daytime as well as at night. Movies under the stars, and of course, sporting activities throughout the daytime as well. Keep in mind, as I mentioned before, she is going to be leaving out of Civitavecchia, which is going to be the port of Rome, doing anything from your Greek Isles all the way down to Israel for the Holy Lands as well before she makes her debut into Fort Lauderdale in November of 2021. So we're super excited about the newest addition to the Royal Caribbean fleet. Now, when you go back to Keisha and her agency, Twin Gemini's Travel Agency, you're going to want to let her know what sort of accommodations you are used to when you go on vacation. We have people of all different backgrounds, everything from your VIP, high-end, first-class passengers that are going to be picking our indulgent suites. And when you do, of course, look at some of these beautiful suites, it does, on our larger ships, include everything. It includes all of your gratuities, the drink packages, all the specialty dining, unlimited Wi-Fi, and it also includes a Royal Genie, which is an English-trained butler. Your wish is my command, so to speak, sort of service is included. But keep in mind, we have availability in different accommodations for all different types, including the least expensive, which is going to be an interior cabin. So you can see very well appointed. Interior cabin basically just means it does not have a window. We also, of course, have your interior cabins with that virtual balcony that's going to be signature to the Quantum class, including the brand new Odyssey of the Seas. Ocean View is going to have a window. We have our neighborhood balconies that only can be found in the entire world, can only be found on the Oasis class ships. So these are the ones that are doing 7-night Eastern or Western Caribbean or over to the 7-night Western Med, which is going to be out of Barcelona, where they have boardwalk balconies that overlook the boardwalk neighborhood, or we also have Central Park balconies, which overlook Central Park neighborhood. So that's going to be with your live trees, plants, shrubs. You are in the middle of the ship, hanging out on a balcony, and you look up and it's blue sky. I mean, there's nothing else in the business like this, those Oasis class ships with those neighborhood balconies. And of course, the ever popular Ocean View with a balcony is available on many of our ships. That is probably one of the most popular balconies out there. So let's talk about our suites, because we do have an entry level suite, which starts off at a junior suite, all the way up to the ultimate family suite, which can only be found on the Symphony of the Seas. It sleeps up to 8 passengers. And yes, that is a slide that goes from the kids' bedroom all the way down into that family room. And you can't even see the wraparound balcony with the jacuzzi. I mean, talk about the creme de la creme in real estate. It's going to be that ultimate family suite on the Symphony of the Seas. So let's go ahead and talk about dining, because food is very important when it comes to vacations. And we have a ton of options available on all of our Royal Caribbean ships. Of course, you have your main restaurant, which is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that is where you are presented that menu. The menu is what rotates around every single day. We have complimentary dining in our Windjammer Marketplace that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We do offer complimentary continental room service. There's suite dining. There's even specialty dining. So if you're looking for a more intimate atmosphere to celebrate something special, we have those options available as well. And for those that are traveling with children, we have a complimentary award-winning Adventure Ocean Youth Program. Starting off at 6 months all the way up to 17 years, we're actually one of the only cruise companies to offer 5 different age groups between age 3 and up to 17 years. We also do have a nursery that is available at an extra small charge if you decide you want to drop off your baby, feed my baby, diaper change my baby. That is available as well, morning, noon, and night. But the Royal Babies and Royal Tots, Adventure Ocean, as well as our teen programs within Adventure Ocean are all complimentary. And of course, entertainment. Entertainment is something that Royal Caribbean sees as one of our differentiators from anything else that is out there, because we invest heavily with the talent that we bring on board our ships, the Broadway shows that we bring on our ships. These are not Broadway reviews. These are full Broadway shows, everything from Grease, We Will Rock You, Mamma Mia, Hairspray, Saturday Night Fever. We have our own original productions. As a matter of fact, we have our own studio and campus right there in Florida, again, attracting the best in the business, singers, dancers, acrobats, ice skating, you name it. They are going to Florida to our original production studio, and then, of course, bringing that entertainment to wow you on all of our ships, and that's included, again, as part of your cruise vacation. There's all sorts of nightlife, everything from tons of live music and dancing. The largest casinos at sea can be found on a Royal Caribbean ship, game shows, theme parties. I know there are some nights that I want to go to bed by 10 o'clock, and then there's other nights that I want to stay out dancing until the wee hours in the morning and then going to get a slice of pizza. Again, lots of that availability can only be found on the Royal Caribbean ships. And again, there's something on our ships for everybody, and not all vacation options can say that. Do it well and do it consistently well, like a Royal Caribbean cruise vacation can. So there are different things you can do once you do reserve your sailing. With a deposit, you will get a booking number to where you can start planning everything from if you need to purchase the unlimited internet, if you are looking to purchase the all-inclusive beverage package. We have a ton of specials that we offer before you get on the ship. So definitely, the earlier you book, you definitely want to get that booking number. I know right now they're offering 45% off the all-inclusive beverage package. And on Royal Caribbean, we do not have a daily maximum. We do serve safe. All of our bartenders have been trained with the Serve Safe program. But we do also realize that everyone's tolerance is different, which is why we do not have a cap, a daily limit when it comes to beer, wine, alcohol, bottled water, soda, specialty coffees, frozen drinks, you name it. That if you purchase that before you go, there is no limit, and it also includes your gratuity as well. So when you get on board that ship, you really do have that all-inclusive experience. You order that beverage or that drink, whether it's at our private islands or on board our ship, and you're signing a check for $0 because all of that was taken care of before you go. So really take advantage of those pre-cruise purchase specials that we offer in advance. We do also have a loyalty program called Crown and Anchor Society, where you can start earning benefits with just one cruise under your belt. And then I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I mentioned wedding packages, because Keisha and her agency, Twin Gemini's Travel Agency, do specialize in destination weddings. And have you ever thought or know of somebody that thought about doing a wedding at sea or a wedding in one of our ports? So we do have what's 4 different products that are available with Royal Caribbean. We have what's called Embark on Romance, which is where the wedding ceremony will take place on embarkation day on the ship. People can actually come on as a guest for the day for the ceremony as well as the reception. And if they decide they don't want to book a cruise and sail with us, they can still experience the wedding on board our ship, and then they'd have to, of course, disembark the ship before we would actually leave the port. So that's one option. We also do vows at sea. So if people would like to be married out at sea, we are able to do that. Intimately Yours is another way to go ahead and get married, basically where you can go ahead and do that on the ship, as well as, of course, just for smaller packages, because a lot of these packages can actually go anywhere from 2 guests up to 50 guests that are included as part of these wedding packages. But the Intimately Yours is going to be for a smaller wedding party. That, of course, will adjust the price depending on what it is that you're looking for. But Intimately Yours would be anywhere from 2 people up to 10 people. And then Destination I Do, that's where you can go ahead and get married in one of the destinations that we stop at. So very, very popular doing this Destination I Do. And again, Keisha and her agency, Twin Gemini's Travel Agency, specialize in destination weddings. So please make sure you go back to Keisha. Let her know what you're looking at doing. Again, you want to go ahead and reserve that in advance to go ahead and get that booking done, get your booking number. If you have people that are looking to sail with you, she knows all about groups. She can get you some great group pricing and amenities. And that, of course, is what she does all the time. Lots of popular destination spots when it comes to a destination wedding. Everything from Bermuda to Key West to Nassau in the Bahamas. Perfect Day at Coco Cay is another great option. Cozumel, Grand Cayman, Falmouth, Jamaica. We also have Aruba, St. Lucia, Barbados, Antigua, St. Thomas, and St. Kitts. Those are the most popular destination spots when it comes to our destination weddings. So please make sure, again, that you go back to Keisha and her agency. She can get you all the information, all the pricing, depending on how large your wedding group would be. Would they be sailing with you? Would they be just coming for embarkation day? There's all sorts of different ways that we can go ahead and price this out based on what your needs and what your wants are for your special day. Now, keep in mind, we do other special needs on all of our ships, everything from mobility, hearing, visual disabilities, and other medical needs as well. We do have a July offer right now that's going to expire on August the 3rd, which is 30% off every guest. We also do have a program called Kids Sail Free, which is going to go bye-bye on August the 3rd. This is where when at the time of sailing, if the child is 12 or under, they will sail for free. Now, keep in mind that we do have some blackout dates with that. So Christmas, New Year's, peak spring break, peak summer times, Thanksgiving, those are not going to apply for the Kids Sail Free, but because there is such high demand. But you can imagine if you are flexible with your dates, Keisha knows how to work this Kids Sail Free. Give her a call. She can price it out. This is going to be available on any ship that leaves after October 1st of this year. So if you're looking into next year, if you're looking for later this year, into 22, please make sure you have her go ahead and price out that Kids Sail Free. She can take care of you. We also do have an instant savings on all 2021 sailings to where you get up to $150 instant savings, so up to $150 off of your booking if you book it with a deposit by August the 3rd. Now, keep in mind, when I say book, all you need is a deposit to secure the pricing and the promotion at today's rates. That means if you are looking for a 3 or 4 night cruise, it could be as low as $100 per person to book a ship and sailing date for late next year, April of 2022. You can go ahead and you can secure today's pricing and promotion by putting that $100 down per person. If it's a 7-night cruise, it's about $250 per person deposit is due. And then if it's a 10-night or longer cruise, it is a $450 per person deposit. But again, Keisha and her agency can help you work all through that. Let's get you priced out on what it is that you're looking to do, whether it's next year or into April 30th of 2022. with today's July offer. Again, that does expire by August the 3rd. So please make sure you go back to Keisha and her agency, and she will take care of you. Now, keep in mind, we do, of course, have something out there in the marketplace right now to help people have confidence to book their next vacation right now. So if you were to go ahead and book with your deposit because you are falling under this temporary policy of COVID, which is called Cruise with Confidence, you have up to 48 hours prior to your sailing date that if you decide you want to cancel, we're not going to keep your money. We will go ahead and give you a future cruise certificate in 100% amount of what you paid. So that is how we are trying to instill confidence in the consumer to let you know that you will be well taken care of. If for some reason you don't feel comfortable up to 48 hours prior to your sailing, you can get that back in the form of a future cruise certificate. So one of the last slides I wanted to go ahead and show you, of course, is why book with a travel advisor. A travel partner of Royal Caribbean is an agency such as Keisha's agency, Twin Gemini's Travel Agency. She's got 8 years in the business. She deals with all sorts of different backgrounds, whether it's families, couples, destination weddings, honeymoons, single travelers, family travels, you name it, she's done it. Okay, she is a partner of Royal Caribbean. That's the reason why I am presenting the Royal Caribbean product on her behalf. I work directly for Royal Caribbean. It does me no good for you to call up Royal Caribbean directly to book. Okay, number one, you're going to get better service by calling Keisha and her agency. Number two, we are not going to do the shopping for you. It's one of those things where that is what Keisha specializes in, is to find the best value. And it is proven that when you book with a travel advisor, number one, you are booking with a small business, so you're supporting that local small business, number one. Number two, it's a proven fact that they save you hundreds of dollars every single calendar year by booking with a travel advisor. So I'm not going to, again, I can't stress enough that you have to make sure that you contact Keisha and her agency because you'll get the same price by booking with us direct and you won't get the service. You're not going to get the best value. She is a destination and product expert. That's what she does. This is what she does for her living. This is her area of expertise. And I'm telling you right now, no one's going to take better care of you than her and her agency. So please make sure that you give her a call. Of course, we are going to end with what I like to call our brag sheet because I do realize you have choices out there. But keep in mind that travel advisors are the ones who voted on these awards. Best cruise line in the Caribbean, best cruise line overall for 17 years running now. There's a reason for that, everybody. We do offer the best value. We offer a fantastic line of entertainment no matter what ship you go on in our fleet. That is where we invest very heavily, is with the talent that we put on board our ships, whether that's crew, officers, staff, and entertainers, which is why we have the best cruise line entertainment in 2019 that was awarded to us. Best cruise ship in the world right now is the largest ship out there, and that is the Symphony of the Seas, doing 7-night Eastern or Western Caribbean out of our brand new terminal that Royal Caribbean owns right there in Miami, Florida. So hopefully you will find something throughout this presentation that struck a chord, tweaked your interest. Please make sure you go back to Keisha and her agency. You can see all the information right here on this last slide. So please make sure that you go back to her and her agency to get things priced out, ask her questions, use her expertise, because again, she is going to be able to guide and match you up with the appropriate vacation that's going to best suit what you are looking for. So with that being said, I am not seeing any questions in the question box. So on behalf of Royal Caribbean Group, my name is Kathy Killen. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today for this presentation. I also want to thank Keisha and Twin Gemini's Travel Agency for letting me present the Royal Caribbean product on their behalf. And we look so forward to welcoming you on board your next cruise vacation with Royal Caribbean. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.